Hey guys, GoBlue117, and I am back for now video 19 of Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. I went ahead and made my way over here in Castle A to the Sky Walkway. As now that we have the Crushing Stone, we've taken care of basically everything we need to over here. We can start taking care of some of the extra stuff that we unlocked in Castle A out here that we couldn't access before. In the room right there where we got the relic, I believe it's the Heart of Lad. In Castle A, it's just a couple medicine jars, not that worth it. Especially because I don't really plan on using many, if any, items in this run, so that's basically for map completion. But over here, we actually have something we need to do, because we have the area over where we broke that Crushing Stone platform. Apparently I missed an anti-venom up there. I had no idea. But since we broke it, now this wall isn't blocked anymore, and over where the boss was, where we fought Shadow in the last video, we find Maxim again. But since we're in Castle A this time, he's actually good Maxim. So this time it won't be another boss fight. And after this talk, he's going to give us another bracelet. If you remember, we had Juice bracelet. Obviously, we still do. It's called JD's bracelet. This is Maxim's bracelet. It's going to be MK's bracelet. And if we equip that, when we're over by where the throne room is, where apparently Lydie was hidden, we'll be able to actually get through the door. And it turns out that the door to the throne room is actually up in the Chapel of Dissonance. So we're going to have to head back up there. Because remember, there was an orange door that we couldn't go through because it was locked, but now that we have the bracelet, apparently that's going to work just as well as the key, so good enough. I guess with some people, what you could do, and I guess this might be a speedrunning technique for this game, would be to not even cover the Chapel of Dissonance until you get the bracelet, because I don't think there's anything you need to do up there. I think you just get some items. I don't remember if you get any armors that would be like actually worth going to get, because obviously anything armors that, if there were up there, they'd probably be useless now because we would have gotten better stuff, but they would have been better than what we originally had when we came here. Not much to talk about here, we just gotta backtrack, I guess, up here. It is nice to see that feels like we're actually making progress in this game. The second half of the game, once you get up to the clock tower and get access to both castles now, which we have, the game seems to go a lot faster here in the second half of the game, so we're pretty close. Well, we're not that close to the end, but we're closer than you might think, so it's kind of nice to be able to move on to another project, especially after this project has been going on since the summer, last summer, because I took all that time off, but anyway, finally got back to it and able to zip right along. Anyway, once we get past these damn bone pillars, we'll finally make it to the orange door, where just make sure you equip Maxim's bracelet. I remember first time I played this, I didn't realize you actually had to equip it, and I got here and I got stuck because I don't think I ever bothered to check if it was an equipable item. I thought it was just something that we automatically had. But, yeah. Make sure you do equip it, otherwise you'll be stuck. And then, of course, take it off, because it's not really worth it. And actually, what's here? I don't want the cross. I guess that's all. Up there is eventually going to be something. It's going to be a while before we can get that. It's going to be really close to the end of the game. See if I can pick up that. Did I pick up the square? I don't know. Whatever. Right here we have hint card 3. In front of looks to be very similar to the warp room up at the top of the clock tower. In fact, it is another warp room. And if we kneel, as the hint card says, we can actually warp between these two major warp points. So I'm going to call this the throne room warp point and then the clock tower warp point, but not a lot of time to talk about that because we have a boss. I guess this is the actual throne room, but instead of finding either Graham, Aryatsar, or Dracula, as you see in so many games, we actually find this guy, Pazuzu, very devilish character, actually summons these tiny devils. He hits hard just like the Minotaur, but like the Minotaur, very easy pattern to follow. And you can just kind of smack him because he doesn't move very quick. He's not particularly agile. He just jumps around. He has a little flame attack. I thought you could actually destroy the flames with your whip, but apparently not. And then his other attack is to summon the tiny devils. Just kind of get him in the corner, like what we did with the giant merman guy, and then just destroy him like that. Do it again. Fortunately, the tiny devils don't curse you. They could have made, like, that would have been a way to really make this boss a challenge. Tiny devils or Pazuzu cursed you. That would have been tough, and actually would have made the boss probably more interesting, because at that point, 1 or 2 hits might well be enough to kill you. You couldn't run away, really. You could just, like, take off, like, half your health just while you're standing there cursed. Once he goes to the triple flame thing, he's almost dead, and there we go. Not a whole lot to it. Apparently I didn't get the square, but anyway, out here we have Lydie, so we did find her. Maxon was correct in remembering where he did put it, which I guess since he had lost his memory, it's good that he actually remembered it correctly. Yeah, sure, he's waiting outside. But apparently Lydie also doesn't realize that it was evil Maxon that had kidnapped her. So I guess that's not our place to reveal. But before we can leave, of course, good buddy Death can't let us leave without having his say. And in his best Bowser impersonation, he's going to kidnap Lydie and take her God knows where. So if we head over here, we can hit the switch, make the 4 fall, and this will actually give us Castle A access to the Treasury, Skeleton Cave, and Luna's Cavern. That's going to be our next few areas to cover. And we'll see how different they play and look. And then a brighter Castle A as opposed to where they were all gray, especially the Treasury. Before we do that, there are a couple things up here in the throne room area of Castle B that we can grab. So let's use this handy dandy warp point. And at the very least pick up some map, and there are also a couple items that we can get, nothing huge. certainly worth showing off. Okay, that's still an item thing. I don't really know, and I really don't care, particularly as you probably could guess by the fact that I only use the magic book, or the holy book, or whatever. But I don't know how the candle things work from Castle A to B, as far as they're the same candles, things still change your sub-weapon. But that's something you can look up on your own time. I'm not going to worry about it, and I don't understand why I still have the crushing stone equipped. Yeah, that was hurting my strength attribute. Anyway, we got the mystical robe here. Apparently that's an armor, and it's just an intelligence increasing thing. Not particularly interested. So anyway, up here, what do we have? Anything? We have a knife. I don't want that. Nothing. Okay, well, that's a bit of a shame, but at the very least we got the map completion for this. And now we can head back in Castle A and drop down into the top floor. Well, I guess we're in the top floor, technically. Which is basically here all the way down through the elevator rooms, if I remember correctly. I'm going to quickly see if I can actually grab the square, because I was able to do it in Castle B. There we go. Just because, even though, of course, we will come up there since we can see that there's a little opening in the ceiling, but it'll be quite a while before we can get there. When we get up there, then we know that we are very close to the end. And have a save room here. Trying to think. I'm at 12 minutes. I'm going to see if I can do a little bit more. Well, it's not going to help. If I get poisoned by a damn lizard. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and call it a video. I'm just going to quickly head back to the save room. Sorry for that. But I remembered that we actually have another boss coming up pretty quickly. You can probably guess what it is. Well, maybe you can't, but it'll make sense when we actually see it. Just gotta wait for the poison to wear off. There we go. That'll do it for this video. Next time we will explore the top floor.